Hello everyone, I'm Mike and this is Game Night with Mike, and welcome back to the world of TUG. In this video, we're going to be exploring some of the varied biomes that you can find in the world of TUG as it exists in its alpha state. We're still in the first version of TUG's alpha, so there's lots of bugs and issues. As you can see, there's some screen stuttering just because it's not optimized fully yet. But we'll try not to focus too much on those things. So, as you saw in the last video, we were taking a look at the materials and the objects that are currently in-game and modeled in the game. Things like rocks and different types of trees and different types of flooring, etc., resources, flowers, plants, all sorts of different things. You can see them zipping by there on the bottom, and we have things like hammers and swords and picks and axes. Very fun stuff. So in this video, I just wanted to take a wander through the world. We're just going to pick a direction and try and stay on it so we don't circle back. There is no compass yet. And see what the different biomes are. So I guess right now we would be in sort of a field/forest type area. We have lots of flowers and grass, a lot of trees, birch trees, ash trees. I think this is a great oak up here. Birch tree, large oak tree. And you'll notice that well, this isn't one. I thought this was one, but it's not. We'll look at something else. So you'll notice as you wander through the world that, whoa, it just fell through the wall there. That there are cave-like things throughout the world. It's more gullies than anything else. I've yet to find a proper cavern as such that goes down for a fair distance. Oh, this is the first one, actually. Well, call me a liar because I am one. That would be our first official cavern. So you notice the sound changes. Have a nice whistling back there, very ominous sounding. So there aren't a lot of huge caverns yet. This is actually the biggest one I've seen so far in all my walks through, but there you go. So I guess we could classify this type of biome as light woodland, sort of plains/woods. Not really a full-on version of either of those. What we will do is continue walking and continue to look at other biomes and see what else we can find. So we haven't gone all that far, but the trees are starting to get noticeably thicker. You can just see from back there to here, they're getting noticeably thicker. So I think we could say that we're entering a forest of sorts. So we have oak trees, we have hickory trees, which we did not see in the last section. A lot fewer plants in terms of bushes and wildflowers. They seem to be closer grouped. Let's see, what are these? Do these have? No, those are just decorative. Terrain is a mixture of varied colored dirts and stone. This is actually stone we're walking on now. And small slopes as well, and grasses. You have tall grasses and the grassy dirt. Also noticing larger patches of thick, tightly clustered trees. They're grouped together. These oaks are very nice looking. I don't like where this one is though, so we're gonna get rid of it. Probably shouldn't have done that, but oh well. There's some more flowers and bushes. Looks like the absence of them previously was just a section that didn't have them. So let's continue walking. And what I'm looking for is to get out of sort of the trees and grasslands and grassy areas and look for a desert, because I ran across a desert in one of my earlier run-throughs, but I have no idea where it is from here, so I'm just going to keep on wandering. Alright, well, in case you were not aware, as I was not aware, apparently double tapping space will make you fly. And then single tapping it will bring you back to the ground. I had no idea that that had been implemented, but it has. I could swear I tried it previously and that it wasn't working, but here you go. That is how you can get up into the air and see what's going on. Now, our view distance currently is set to small. I'm going to turn that up to normal and see what that does for the frame rate, because when I had it on the farthest view distance previously, it was just doing horrible things to my frame rate. And look at that. I'm going to get back on the ground to look at this. Here we are exiting from more foresty area to grassy fields, and notice the sound differences between the ambient sounds between this and when I enter back in. You can see that there's a sort of an abrupt sound change, but it does go to show you, while that is a little bit unnerving or undesirable, which of course it'll be fixed later, it does go to show you that there are different ambient sounds for the different areas. So this is, let's see, we have palm trees, we have geysers, cacti. Looks like we're crossing over actually into the desert, and the sound just changed again, which I would take to mean that we are now officially in the desert instead of just in a grassy plain. So my supposition would be that the grassy plains may act as a sort of barrier between more heavily forested areas and desert areas. And there's a tree over there. Are more trees here ahead of us. So now we're entering back into the grasslands, and you hear the wind blowing again. And I'll be heading back into the trees right now. So after traveling for quite a while through the forest, it looks like I might be reaching the end of it. I don't know. We're about to find out, though. There was this huge swath of grass ahead of me on that hill, which both looked cool and gave me the impression that the trees were coming to an end. And much of the lagginess and the drop in frame rates occurs whenever it seems like new chunks are rendering in like that. You see it loading a new chunk in and it's drawing it on the screen. Boom, there it goes again. Now this is markedly different than the area we were in before with trees and grass. That was more heavily forested with more dirt, mud, and stone. And this is almost pure grassland here. And this is just grass with a few trees scattered here and there. Oh, although we've just hit a new sound, although I'm not sure why. But there was definitely a new audio sound. Here we go. Oh, it's a difference between the muddy treed area and the grassy treed area. So those would be considered, I guess, two different biomes here now. Less windy inside. Well, there's less wind noise and more tree noise inside this sort of muddy tree and grass area versus the almost pure grass area. So far we have dirt, rock, mud, and trees as a biome. Then we have the grass and trees as another. Then we have grassland. Then we have desert. So that's 4 biomes, 3 of which are fairly distinct from each other. And then 2 that are fairly similar, but with enough differences to make them interesting. Well, after walking for quite a ways more and not encountering any new biomes, I'm going to say that those are the 4 main biomes in TUG as of now. I spent quite a while walking, in between jumping back and forth between recording and not. And unless I was going in circles, which I'm pretty sure I wasn't, those are the 4 main biomes as they are now. But I'll be continuing to look at that and look for new ones and just give you guys a sense of what they look like as new ones are added in. Oh, a small branch just laying there. So next time, when we look at TUG, what I'm going to do is explore the building aspect, because you can create some structures using the... Oh, again, my mouse doesn't like being spun that fast. Using things like planks and so forth. So we'll be able to build something here that will hopefully resemble something like a house. We'll see how hard it is to make a house in the next episode. I'm Mike, this is Game Night with Mike. Thanks for watching. Please be sure to subscribe if you like these videos, as I will be doing many, many more. See you guys later.